Hello and welcome to Behind the Plastic, a show where toy photographers interview toy photographers about toy photography. I'm Sequential Plastic. With me, as always, are my buddies Not a Bird, Not a Plane Photography and TMNT 1987. Say what's up, boys!
Yo!
Our very special guest today is an awesome toy photographer. We're so excited to have him here. Everybody, give it up for Kal.TheCollector!
Yeah.
How
It's
you guys doing?
California love.
What's up, Zach? How you doing, Sally? What's up, Jay?
What up, man?
Kal.TheCollector, also known as Carlos. Welcome to the show, Carlos. How you doing today, man?
I am doing okay. I'm excited.
Good. Hey, first question for you. How'd you get the name Kal.TheCollector?
Oh,
So
are you not going to start the clock?
Sorry.
there we go.
Sorry, I just got too excited. Carlos, you know how this works. We have 12 minutes, and I have co-hosts to remind me of these things. We're going to fit everything we can in. Tell me, how'd you get your name, Kal.TheCollector?
So originally, I was thinking of a name, and I remember I used to watch Smallville when I was younger, and there was an episode where they give Clark red kryptonite, and he went to like a party scene, and like he disappeared for a couple of months. So when he's going back, I remember they were just telling him like, oh, he tells the girl like, what's your name? He's like, oh, just call me Cal. So then I always liked that. And then eventually, of course, collecting is what I do. So I put the two of them together. Originally, I was gonna put it as Cal the Conqueror, but then like something happened with the Instagram and they wouldn't let me get it. So I was like, well, no, Cal the Collector will do.
All right.
Awesome.
It's much nicer. I like it. It's much more friendly.
Yes.
What was that?
Yes. Friendlier.
It's
It's
friendlier.
it's not as threatening.
Yeah.
So obviously, by that, you obviously have to love Superman, right?
Of course. That was my first ever action figure.
Nice.
Yeah.
I see a picture of him on your wall behind you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually drew that.
Did you draw that? I was
Did
going to
you?
ask. That's
Yes.
my next question.
Yeah, I drew that.
Excellent work. And on your shirt, you have
Yes.
them all over the place.
Oh yeah.
And as
I got his hat too,
awesome.
I think the
We're
same one
gonna
that
be
Sully
BFFs.
has.
Pass the
BFFs.
test.
We were separated at birth.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey, Carlos, tell me, how'd you get into toy photography?
So originally, I into toy photography. I used to sit there and I hung out with a couple people at like a little event where they were selling like kind of like action figures. And they were really into toy photography. I didn't know much that people do for toy photography, so I kind of started watching some of their Instagrams. But the one that I got hooked on was Jimbo.
Oh.
Jimbo was the one that kind of like I went into Jimbo and I started seeing his page and liked a couple figures. And, he's a very like cool dude, so he started chatting back and forth with me. And eventually, at the convention, I also met Alexander the Great. And he was like, "Oh, well, you know what? I was an inbox collector." So he was like, "You know what? Like, once you open your figures," and I kind of like, you know what? Maybe not. But literally, they convinced me.
Hey, glad they did.
Glad they did. Yes.
Yes.
Are there any other hobbies you're into besides toy photography that you want to share with us?
What I do drawing. Like I told you, I did that picture back there that I drew,
Uh-huh.
and then I do some dials here and there.
Ooh, that's
Yes.
right. We're going to talk about that in just a little bit. Guys, you have anything else for him before we dig into his picture?
Where are you from? Where are you located?
So I live in Palmdale, California. I've been here since '94,
All
but
right.
I was born in Guatemala.
Very
Oh,
cool.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Represent.
And how do you
Yep.
like Palmdale?
Palmdale, it's okay. It's hot. It's like a desert, so it's very hot all the time.
Yeah.
How
Jay.
old were you when you
Okay.
moved?
I was 9 years old.
9 years old. Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
'Cause I think
That's
it's
So
hot
I've
in
been here since
Guatemala too.
'94.
Yeah.
What was that?
I think it's hot in Guatemala too. So
Yeah, but it's a different type of hot. Over there is more humid. Here's
yes.
more of a dry, but I prefer the dry over the humid.
Yes,
for sure.
I'm in Florida, so I know all about the humid.
Yep.
Heat is heat. Whatever
Yeah, I
you
was
want.
there in 2019 with my girlfriend. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah?
Yeah,
Next time, go say what's up to Sully.
I will.
Jay, you have anything before we get to the photo?
So who did you have a crush on when you watched Smallville? Was it Lana Lang or was it Lois Lane?
Well, at first it was Lana. Then it became Lois, Yeah.
Well, he's the true Cal then.
I guess I went through the Superman phases, right? First Lana, then Lois.
But it was never Chloe.
Nah, you know what? Maybe at one point. But I don't know.
She's in a
Lana
little-
always stuck out to me.
she's in a lot of trouble now, so you don't want to mess with Chloe.
Yes, of course, I've heard.
All right, guys, we're going to move on to a fantastic photo we picked of yours, Carlos, and it is coming up right here.
Oh,
Woo! Look at that.
Oh,
the Black Panther.
You probably remember when I commented on this one.
Yes,
I
yes,
love
I do.
it.
Yeah, you said that was your favorite post I ever did.
I think it still is. I really love this shot. It's got
Yeah.
a handmade dio. It's
I was
got
about to ask.
great
Yes.
action. I love the posing, the angle. I love the lighting, this kind of soft lighting. Why don't you tell us, give us everything we need to know about this photo. Give us the run through.
So that one was actually, I had sent Jimbo a picture of I had bought the two figures, and he's like, well, you know what? How about let's do a collaboration? So I also had seen Machu Toy. He had that reel with the Black Panther doing the spin kicks.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, you know what? That's a good angle. So I took probably like 50 pictures trying to get like an angle of like, like just front view kind of. And I didn't like not one of them. And I was like, you know what? Let me try different angles. And just playing around, I came around this angle. You know what? I was like, you know what? This angle is not bad. Let me just get it more focused, try to get it more tight. And that's eventually what I ended up doing. I actually custom built the dial for that reason. Because I knew,
Really?
Jimbo, he brings some when he does his collaborations, he brings the heat. So I'm
He
like, you know
does.
what? I need a different dial because all I had was building. So I'm like, you know what? Let me custom make a dial. It took me about a couple of days. I custom made it, and there it is.
That is awesome.
Oh, man.
I love it that you built it just for this shot. That is
Yes.
fantastic. And do you use it have you used it since?
Yeah, I used it for actually. I think Sully had that the Randalorian when he had the Superman and the Batman.
Yeah.
So I used it for. I had it for. It was a Deadpool in a Mando suit, and then he had the baby Yoda, and he's giving him some candy, telling him this is the way. I used it for that one too.
This dio's in there? I'm gonna have to look at that again. Huh.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
Hey, Cal, I know you mentioned to us that you're a Marvel Legends collector that goes deep, and I'm just going to assume these are Marvel Legend figures, right?
Yes, correct.
They look
Those are
really
Marvel.
good.
I mean, I collect DC too. Like I said, but like the ones that I've been opening is like the Mayfix, and then I opened like the Marvel Legends, of course. And then I ended up winning a contest that Zach had, and I ended up opening the turtle. So it was like the last Ronin turtle. So I did a couple shots of that one too.
Yeah.
So little by little, I'm starting to open them more up.
All right, man. I'm gonna start to check out your Ronin stuff, but I'm a turtle guy, so I'll be hard on you.
Yeah, I know. It's like, what's funny is like I've been thinking about that now. Like I'm literally getting into turtles. So I got the last Ronin. I ended up getting the one without the armor.
Excellent.
I ended up getting the NECA turtles, the 2-packs.
Yeah.
And then just like this last 2 weeks, I picked up like the Walmart exclusives, like the Leonardo and the things about the Michelangelo with the trench coats. I picked those up too.
Awesome.
Good stuff, man. Good
You're
stuff.
Yeah, you might see some of those down the line.
We better. You're getting in
Yep.
deep.
Yes, sir.
These trees in the back are these like actual plants, or did you like create that somehow?
So the funny story about those is those trees. I actually went to the 99-cent store around here. My daughter wanted to go get some stuff, and I walked by the gardening section, and they had like these plastic like plants like you see in the corner.
Yeah.
So I picked that up, and also also like the one on the side is also like it's supposed to be like little plants that you could pull out and put on your dials. But it just looked like, you know what? I told you, it kind of looked like a jungle kind of. So I just put it in the background and just took the shot like that.
Man,
I think that's one of my favorite things about this shot. I love how the plants just totally fill up that void in the wall.
Yes.
It does something for me. I'm gonna totally rip you off someday.
Go ahead.
Do that.
Like I said, hey, there's no angle. There's nothing that hasn't been done. Everybody just redoes it their own way.
That's right.
You know? It's just the small tweaks that you do.
Cal,
So
did you make this dio specifically? Sorry, Sully. Did you make this dio specifically for this scene? Had this in mind, or is this just something that came together as sort of a blank idea?
No, so that dio I did it specifically for the scene. Like I said, I had a lot of pictures, but I noticed that in all of my pictures I had a lot of like buildings, and I was like those brick buildings. So I'm like, you know what, I need something different. And like I said, when Jimbo challenged me, I was like, you know what, this would be my time to do a different dio. So I kind of wanted to give it that. Like the whole Black Panther kind of theme to it, you know. So I'm like, okay, let's try this out. You know, saw a couple YouTube videos, got a couple ideas, and then when I hit through it.
Perfect. Sully, what were you gonna say?
No, it came out excellent. I was gonna say it looks like you used 2 lights. Is that correct?
Yes.
And
Actually,
did you have
I have 3 lights,
You do have
but
3
you
lights.
can't
Okay.
really see the other one because it kind of like it stayed more in the background.
Okay.
But yeah, it's 2
And
major lights and then 1 smaller one.
And then is the Black Panther? Is there a stand holding him up? Like, how'd you get him that
Yeah,
high?
he actually has a stand holding him up, and I edited that one out.
Okay. I was
And
going to
let
ask
me
if it was hidden in the trees or if you digitally
Yeah,
removed it.
I was
Yeah,
wondering
no,
that.
I couldn't do that. My space to work with is very small, so I had to sit there and try to do my best to put him in a stand.
All right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You use MS Paint to delete the stand, right?
No, actually, I ended up using this app called Handyman or Handy Hand or something like that.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
that sounds cool. We're gonna have to check that out. But now we gotta go to the hot seat. Come on, the hot seat. Hot seat. Best comic book of all time.
Best comic book of all time?
Yep.
My favorite comic book, I just popping out of mind, has been the Jeff Johns Brainiac. I don't know why I just like that one so much.
Excellent.
All right.
Yeah.
Who would you rather party with in Wakanda? Killmonger or T'Challa? Party.
In Wakanda, I think Killmonger.
Mhm.
Yes.
Since you like Superman, who was better, Reeves or Cavill?
Of course, you have to go with the original one, man.
Yeah.
Cavill was good, but you can't go wrong with the original.
True.
Nope.
Okay. Would you rather be lost at sea on a small raft but with basic survival gear, or lost in the Amazon jungle with nothing but the clothes on your back?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'll probably stay in the jungle.
Good
You know?
choice.
Yeah, kind of used to go through. I used to go with my grandparents, to go do a couple of things like, it's kind of not jungly, but I kind of know my way a little bit.
Yeah, you got some experience.
Yeah.
Okay. Would Michael B. Jordan, the guy who played Killmonger, make a great Superman? Yes or no, and why?
Ooh. Well, yes, because he's a great actor. But I don't know if he should be Superman. I think he should probably be Val-El instead of Kal-El,
Mm.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Fair.
Mhm.
Why is Jack Black and Barry White?
What was what?
I said, why is Jack Black and Barry White?
Why is
I
Jack
don't
Black
know.
and Barry White?
Yep. Was Black
my-
Jack and very white? I don't know.
Am I not hearing that? I'm sorry, we don't have